Hello, denizens of the internet. I'm Bosco, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last episode was the first live episode here on the channel, and it was kind of a fail. I'll admit it, it wasn't as popular as I hoped it would have been, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Oh, also last time we had written our first poem. So, yeah. Let's see if this game has any new surprises in store for us. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Bookworm! Warning! Can't help but notice her intense expression. She was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, looks like nobody wants to be bothered today. Slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? Guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I'll probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna see some really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. We can't give up. Festival's our chance to show everyone that what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club seems too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? Yeah, that's a big problem. Nobody knows how to do anything. And after they came, we can do things to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Just don't even give her a chance to finish talking. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Wow. Hang on. I'm gonna pause this real quick so that I can handle something. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. And this means that I'll have some extra editing to do, but I don't care. But, yeah. I don't care. Just, she's like, dead stricken silent by that. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Just, I'm hungry. Best line. Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Asleep. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori could put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. Can't help but wonder what it is it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Good thought. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. But I want to binge Ruby! I don't want to casually watch it. I want to watch all episodes back to back in a single night on a coffee-fueled rant! Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. No, what you do best is be annoying. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Dang, my guy's being a savage again. Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. It's written all over you. Huh? Terry glances around herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here, and he just like rips half her hair out. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair. I run my fingertips down the side of her hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. It's more than just your hair. Like your bow isn't even straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. See, it's right here. It's right here! It's all over your collar! Your whole collar is blue from the toothpaste you used this morning. Try to wipe the stain off with my finger. But there is too much toothpaste coating her collar for me to remove it. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. You meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why don't you think you have a— oh my god! My dude's a savage! Just grade A savagery. Ah! That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. She says like, I don't know what to think of it. This is so funny. What is it? Well, I'm just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Huh? Don't say that. I'm not being weird. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? Yeah, I guess you could say that. I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Oh! Meaning she hasn't gone she didn't shop for this at all. She hasn't— this is like probably It's probably like the shirt I had in ROTC, which I didn't have replaced once. I never outgrew it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? He's smiling. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's great. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying it like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. You're embarrassing yourself. And you're making the YouTube star who's recording it look like a fool for doing it. Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. What's with... Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Ah, sick bird! Sick bird! Fine, fine. It's a deal. I gotta do that every time I see that line, no matter who's saying it. Unless it's supposed to be like an embarrassing moment. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you could come wake me up in the morning? You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. And it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? She's like, yay! Asuka, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. So I guy's like, she's like, I can't wait to read your poem! And I'm like, yeah, I'm positively euphoric about the thought. I'm the meh emoji. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done this before. Now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. You can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright. Sayori. Because we're going the Sayori route. Aw, she loves it! Let's be seriously overreacting, yeah. Yeah, although this is an understatement, this isn't true in real life. I'm actually an excellent writer. It's actually one of my hobbies. I don't divulge in secret on what I'm writing because it's not ready yet, if you get what I'm saying. It's something that I hope to do on the channel one day if it grows big enough. So, maybe I'll reveal what it is one day if this channel grows big enough to. I'll do it as like a little incentive. So yeah, you want to find out what my super secret writing project is? Subscribe to the channel. Alright, enough with the self-promotion. That was pretty lame. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Also not true. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. That's great. These two should get a room. These two need to get a room. Jeez. Sure, Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? I'm not sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better a lot. Understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Bosco poem! That makes it feel extra special. Aww. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Aww. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. So weird, Sayori. And here we go. Freaking Minnie Mouse up in here. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you like the club room. Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Bosco. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things is like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. That's actually really cool. Not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. And again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah? And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Right, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Alright. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish a rainy day? Look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. The last part, I want breakfast. Me every morning. Me every morning. Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit. Can't just answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least this makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, and it was actually kind of nice. It was cool. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Am I nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. love how she divulges in the fact that she made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun! Monica's the best. Oh yeah. Next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Natsuki. About what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Yeah. Well, excuse me. I'm not gonna continue. It's not like I said it was bad. Yeah. Just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can rake, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Creative. Yeah. Told you weren't gonna like it. Actually, it's creative. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? I mean, really? That's the whole point of a poem. Expression. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid, yeah. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. I can get that. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Yeah. This brings out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. She's like, I'm a pro! Decided to humor her with the last comment, yeah. Yeah, he ain't gonna take her pride. Yuri should be interesting. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forget to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. Just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah, actually, IRL. I don't write a lot of poems, that's not my thing. Going back to my writing. Spoiler, I'm writing a script for something. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? It's like, I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What are you saying? William, what were you saying? Right, just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. That's cool. That's actually how I do mine. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened, but Yuri finishes her train of thought as if her demeanor totally changes. Stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Also true. Like, my script that I mentioned, it's still going on, and I have gone through several versions of it where I didn't like the storytelling and whatnot, so I canned it, and it would go... I'd learn the lesson, pick it up, and continue on. Not just from finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. Not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. I can't read this. Yeah, I can't read cursive. To me, it is terrible handwriting. Yeah, I don't read script very often. Actually, it's actually very pretty, very clean, but I don't read script, so I wasn't able to read it. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it was our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? So totally missed the point. I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. Yeah, that is true. In this case, perhaps the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her past remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. Yeah, it is. I hadn't even thought of that, really. It is impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, Monica. Yeah. Her eyes are so creepy. Don't be afraid to bring things up. I'll keep that in mind. First, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better at just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Also true. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Snake pose! Don't worry, Bosco. We're actually a little embarrassed. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's the sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. But I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? Snake pose! I sound like... Yeah, she's like, I sound like Yuri, but still. Snake pose! But in any case, Sayori's writing has a gentle feel to it. Can feel like she's exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that somebody would enjoy sad things too? Actually, there are some really sad things that you can kind of enjoy. Each their own. You shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Sure, I'll end up trying different things a lot. It'd take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. Love to see you try new things. It's the best way for to find out the style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help find what suits you the most. Creepy eyes. They'll force you write the way everyone else wants you to write. But that's the only way to do it. To win their hearts, you must write the way they like you to. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Snake pose! Snake pose! Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. That's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way. Hole in the wall. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a hole. Wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into anything. Into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Is this like meta? Breaking the fourth wall a little bit? Because, alright, so, let me try and explain my thought process here. She says that she's looking out. When you're playing the game, the character's technically supposed to look out at you while you look into the game from the perspective of the character that you're playing. So, it could be like meta in its own way. So, what do you think? Very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. If that's what you call it. I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback, yeah. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure if I know how to put it. Guess you could say I had some sort of epiphany recently between influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Oh, true. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. So that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. Guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. He's like, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. Dang. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Oh boy. Fight! Didn't come out nice at all. Yeah, it was kind of a dick move. I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Bosco did too. So based on that, I'd actually give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Didn't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly interesting. Which I haven't yet. She's like, and Bosco liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh boy. Oh! Didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. The music changed! That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Bosco appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. As if I was full of myself. I wouldn't be deliberately going out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh! Again with the boob jokes. There was a double whammy in this one. Natsuki, that's a little... She's like, this doesn't involve you. Both of them are. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective than would have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Vasco. Oh, wait, there's a reason we should have so many deep and expressive words. I guess this is a visual novel, so I shouldn't be surprised that there's this much text. Honestly, there's more text than a Zelda game. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Bosco? I'm like, well, how'd I get dragged into this in the first place? Sound like I know anything about writing. Which I do! But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Help me, Sayori! Sayori! Huh? Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can you two keep fighting when you're making your friend feel like this? Aw, oh, dang! Oh! Ooh! Ooh! I'm sorry, but I'm going from narrating this to just enjoying this fight. Exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's a triple whammy! Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. Couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that kind of means that Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but at sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see! Snake pose! Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. The fact that she said this makes me think that she's gonna get hurt. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. The fact that she said this makes me highly suspicious. Hang on, where's the directory for this game stored at? Steam apps, common. Ah, there's Doki Doki. Okay, let me check the logs, because I know that this game likes it. Okay, nothing. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. How about you? I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learned something from your friends too. Oh god! So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Not to myself with newfound determination. Bosco! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. And with this, I think that I'm going to end this episode because it's going to be well over 45 minutes long and probably the longest episode on my channel to date. Thank you guys so much for joining in, and next time we will write the poem of the century. Until next time, I am the Bosco. Peace out. See ya!